This is a video about how to set up new phones on the virtual PBX in the back end of the CRT 3.0, creating the new customer and actually provisioning the phones. So go ahead, Jake.
All right. Hit create new customer. Then we can add an account number, a first name, last name. Because this is an example, we're just going to keep it simple. Hibschman Screw Company Hibschman. That's all we really need. And we'll hit add customer.
Normally we would add the account number.
Yep.
Which is the free side account number.
Correct.
Then we add all of their DIDs, all the DIDs that are going to be associated with their account.
And we know this from the ticket information.
Yep.
Or we also know this from if it's a previous customer already in our system, we would copy that information over from free side.
So we add the DID, and then we add our extensions.
Because we're only doing one. Or what, did you do a fake DID?
Yep.
Okay.
It's intelligent enough to not let us use a DID that's already in use.
Okay.
It would pop up with an error and a link to the customer who owns the DID.
Okay.
Name. Do we know who's getting which phones?
Yes, we do. Isaac's getting that here.
It's raining now. Unrelated.
So this one's going to be a phone for Cindy. Their extension number is going to be 121. Their area code is 574. The reason we grab area code is in case that when they pick up the phone and only dial 7 digits.
Their area code is 269.
So there we go. If they dial 7 digits, that's what gets appended.
Okay.
We choose a random set password, which in the future that field will auto-populate, so we don't have to worry about it. Outbound caller ID is going to be right there. And their 911 caller ID is going to be there. The reason we do two separate, this is what will show up if they call the outside, anyone in the outside world, which could possibly be one of their other locations. So there could be a situation where their outbound caller ID and their 911 caller ID is. The 911 caller ID should be the whatever gets to their actual address.
That makes sense.
Then we're going to go ahead and tell it, go ahead to create a voicemail box. And create. So now the extension's created. Now we have to actually provision that to a device. So let's grab the device.
And we have a 5-line.
Yep. So we're going to choose,
phone.
we're going to grab SPA 525 from the drop down.
Okay, hold on, where was that? Yeah.
525, add that. It's going to ask us some questions. We're going to name this device Cindy, since it's her phone. And then we're going to set the station name. Next step, we need the MAC address. We need the serial number.
MAC address is all lowercase, right?
It's intelligent enough, it doesn't really care.
Okay.
It will convert it to what it needs to be. The serial number can have zeros and O's in it, so do be careful. Then it needs an IP address because it's going to reach out to the phone.
So the IP address, then you have to go into the settings on the phone.
Yep.
Oops.
Alright. Then we choose what all extensions are going to be on there. There's only one extension. And then we're going to set the line keys 1 through 5.
Okay.
They're all going to use extension 1, which we set over here to extension 121. Then we could change the line labels if we wanted, but we're just going to leave it as line 1, line 2, line 3, and so on.
Okay.
Hit add. It pops up and lets us know that it's going to go ahead and flush this phone.
So that is going out to this phone.
Yep.
Okay.
And now it's refreshing voice command.
From the actual software, it's going locally on the network.
Mhm.
Okay. Getting a little bit of rain right now.
This process can take up to 2-3 minutes. It's usually much shorter than that. Requires 2 reboots. The very first time it reboots, it is getting its encryption key and the location for its config file. Once it has that, it will reach out to get its config file and decrypt it, and that will be the second reboot.
What operating system or what browser is this compatible with?
I haven't had any issues with it in any of the browsers, but I primarily use Chrome.
Okay. Is there anything that will, as the browsers upgrade in the future, is there anything that will prevent those actions from?
There's really no way to tell.
Okay.
Nothing there should break by updates. The thing most likely to break it would be updating PHP server side
Okay.
to a different PHP version.
So at this point in time, the phone has already gotten the new.
It got
Config.
its initial config,
Okay.
which is its decryption key and the location to its location. Now it's going to wait a while. Depending on firmware versions, their timer can go anywhere from immediately to like 2 minutes.
Okay. Want to pause?
Yep,
Okay, so it just officially rebooted. It took what? Probably 3 minutes,
Mhm.
probably, for that to do that. You also said if there's any typos in the Mac or the serial, what would happen? Nothing?
absolutely nothing would happen, which
Okay.
is a bad thing.
Okay.
It wouldn't be able to find its config file server side.
So then
Named incorrectly.
what would
It
happen?
would just never provision. It would just sit there, factory reset forever.
And how do we prevent that?
In that situation, you just delete the device. Then
From server
from
side.
From the CRT.
Okay.
Factory reset the phone and start over and do it correctly.
Does that make sense, Isaac?
If it doesn't go, you just have to
Delete it.
You have to delete
Reset
in the
phone.
device and
Mhm.
factory reset the phone.
Yep.
That's good to know. What's wrong? Okay, so now it's got its config, and it even says Cindy right on the phone. And that process is now complete for the first phone, right? What Jake's doing is dialing an outbound call.
And there's their
And
caller
there's the
ID.
caller ID. So you want to make sure that that's done on each and every phone that goes out.
Cool.
That's it.
That's it.